Lovely stuff.
Hey, tell a sweet one good riddance. Catch me slipping.
Oh, yeah.
Keep wishing. Anything I say, man, did it. My brethren's on it, that me.
Check the scoreboard, no drilling. Still made a killing.
Yo, what's up, family? Welcome to another episode of the Disruption Podcast.
Yes, sir. It's Chief
How's it
Sergeant in the
going?
building.
It's my Weezy.
It's Young Jollof Rice, no Gabriel. What's up, man?
Not much, man.
And we're missing Mr. Carlos.
Does anyone know where he is?
No, we actually.
No.
All he said is, yo, I can't make the shoot tonight.
And none of
all.
us questioned him, bro.
I think he's self-quarantining.
Possibly.
Because, he's replying to chats like crazy, like quick, fast.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to do.
I don't think.
Must not be important.
Hey, say a prayer for Carlos.
Yo, man. Lord, we just want to lift up your humble servant, Carlos. What's his name again? Bumped into the mic. What's his name again on this thing?
Young Prince.
Young Prince. Just pray that even as he's self-quarantining, that, you look after him, and hopefully that Rona ain't really getting him like that. But wherever he is, help him to remember that there's a podcast and he comes back for next episode. Amen.
Amen.
God sent that prayer straight.
Bro,
to
that went to
junk mail.
went to junk mail, man. Nah, but what's happening, man? What's happening with you guys?
Yo, it's kind of sad, man. I was legit trying to find a topic to talk about this podcast. I was like, I don't want to talk about the coronavirus.
What?
There's literally nothing else on the news.
Nah, like
Articles.
Yeah.
KD has it. Fine. That's sport. Another guy has it. Some music producer has it. Can't talk about music. Sex workers can't work because of coronavirus.
apparently
Okay.
But it's like even in the past few days, there have been like
drastic changes.
Yeah, honestly, and it's just you can't
Alright.
escape from it.
Yeah,
at
so
all.
we're
Timestamp.
filming this. What's today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, 18th
Wednesday,
of
the
March.
18th of March. This
Yeah.
is going to come out on
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
the 24th.
24th of March.
Yeah.
Bro, there's going to be big changes in those 6 days. So whatever we say
Absolutely.
now, people are going to be like,
Old
That's
news.
old
Nah,
news,
I was
bro.
thinking that today. Man, I was having a shower and that's where most of my thoughts happened. I was like, we're shooting this up today, but there's going to be some massive, actually going to be some massive changes probably, man. Oh, damn.
Well, so far, what has happened?
have you realized when you've been in his bathroom, yeah? Mm-hmm. You know when he stands in the shower, his head's outside the shower?
Is it actually? I actually never. I never looked at. Is it actually?
It's not outside, but
It's definitely
this,
outside.
Above
Nah,
the
it's,
door.
it's,
Like,
it's definitely
this
above.
part of my head is off.
You're tall. You're
you
very
think
tall.
outside the box.
Yeah. Oh, snap. I like that. I like that, man.
I was making fun
Yeah,
of you.
no. So since our last shoot, what has happened? I know some universities have gone online, so no one's going into actual classes. They're not gathering together in lectures anymore. Schools are still open for the time being.
Yeah, I was wondering why that's the case.
I saw on the news today they're saying that they don't want close the schools just because there's a lot of workers like nurses, doctors and stuff that if schools are closed, they're going to have to stay home to take care of their kids. And they really need
It's
these
kinda
people
scary.
to work during this time.
Yeah.
So they're like, they've got 1 week left of school anyway. So
Also-
let's
Oh,
just
really?
keep,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
like a
really?
week or two. Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
next
yeah.
week. A lot of them
You
finish.
also need
Normality.
no, not normality, but you need to have the kids somehow controlled. Because let's say all these kids go home, they have nothing to do. They're not going to take it serious. Let's be real, yeah?
Yeah.
We were good kids probably, and at 16, 17, it's like, my mom would probably be like, stay in the house. And I'm like, I'll stay in the house after I go out.
That's true.
So
Everyone's
now-
going to want to link with their friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a madness.
Well, they can't
and
really
then
link
the bad
anywhere.
kids are going to go even crazy because no one's home, no one's nothing. So
That's
it's like,
true. That is true. But yeah, it's just, yeah.
it's kind of like, but I feel like if they go, if they shut down schools, then you got to go full lockdown and go, all right, nobody's leaving their houses now. Literally do the Italy
Martial law kind of things even come into play. Or
Boom.
have the police and them
in the streets.
in the streets, bro. That would be. That's a movie.
Hey, bro, did you see that thing? Someone was like,
Movie, bro.
this is the stuff that history books record.
Is this
Honestly,
a
like,
time?
This is going
Remember,
to
I
go
was saying
down
that this is a
history.
moment
We
that we'll
learned
look
about
back.
the Black Plague and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
true.
Bro, one day our kids are gonna talk to us and be like, "Oh, so what was that?" Because
Coronavirus,
because I talk to my dad and be like, "Oh, what was this war like? That and that war like?" This guy lived through some wars, bro.
Word.
But
Damn, we got a bit choked up there. Hey.
but yeah, my kids one day gonna ask me, "What were you doing?" I was like, "Recording a podcast."
You know what I'm saying? Sitting in the
that's why
mansion.
we live in this nice
yeah. Hello, ounce. But even if you think about, she's still dancing. If you think about the other things that have happened, like we mentioned it before, the different flus, whatever. When those happened, we didn't look at it in terms of this is a moment kind of thing.
Yeah,
It was we even scared. I don't remember being like worried or being
I remember with
scared to
bird
step
flu
out.
being concerned that we wouldn't be able to eat chicken. That's like that was
Yeah,
my
nah.
concern. I was like,
That's what everyone was worried about.
I mean, yeah, no,
that was the
okay.
only concern. Like it wasn't like, oh man, if I catch this, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, like we didn't have the whole thing of like, oh damn, there's been a restriction on how many people can gather now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
you know,
2020. We have restrictions.
So today, as of today, we're at 100 people gatherings.
Yeah.
Is the maximum.
Yeah.
America's at 10.
Yeah, apparently we're gonna go to 25 soon.
You
getting smaller and
that
smaller.
meme of like, I think it's Austria's 5 people.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like
I saw
families
that.
with 6 people.
Yeah, what would you do if you have more than 5 people in your family?
Nah, family surely is fine. You're just one house. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, because everybody got together.
Kill
so
someone.
it's
I don't
fine. Whoa, hello, bro. But that's 5. Is it actually 5?
Yeah, bro.
Been
5
seeing
is
that around,
nothing.
yeah.
You can fit 5 people in a car.
Yo,
That's
man. Like no one's gonna go out to eat no more and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
restaurants
you
be
won't be
closed.
able
Like
to.
this is interesting stuff, man. I'm like this. We continue to keep this timestamp, you know, like of just regular, you know, what's going on, the progression of it. So
I've been thinking of doing it. Sorry.
No, I was just going
you
to say
go.
end of the year, we're going to look back and listen to these and be like, we actually
yeah, with the like
lived through
5
this.
people left in
Yeah, the whole
the whole world, bro.
Hey, we made it, bro.
Yeah, what we said? Yeah, what we
Is
said?
that procreate? What? I don't know.
Wow. Wow. That was not needed.
Did you catch what you said? Okay. Yeah, what you said?
Nah, I lost him. I was still
Oh, come on, man.
So sorry.
But damn, nah, man. Hey, we'll be alright. We'll be
Oh,
alright, bro.
Idris, on other news as well, Idris caught the virus.
Idris got that Rona.
Virus.
Oh, it's
not
So
funny.
he's-
Nah, but the
yeah,
word
why are we
Rona
making
is
a
funny.
joke
That
out of it?
it's
Rona
not a
is
joke.
funny. I want some young rapper to make a hit called That Rona.
It's gonna happen. We already got the Iscarona.
Maybe I got that shtick. Maybe I got that Rona.
Wow.
That's not, bro.
Oh, I ain't got that Rona.
Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, that's what the heck. Why would you be out here flexing, bro?
I don't know.
Why do they keep on announcing which celebrities are getting it?
Who knows?
Like, why is that the news?
Well, we announce
'Cause
when
we-
celebrities do everything else,
Bro.
so it's just like, oh my gosh.
We know which celebrity slept with which celebrity.
Yeah.
We might as well know when they're sick.
Bro. Oh yeah, fair.
Because these celebrities have fans as well, people that are constantly going to want to be around them. So it's like, maybe you can
then
rethink.
shouldn't the celebrity just out here post it up themselves like, yo,
No,
I
he's
got that
in.
wrong.
Yeah. He's
Okay, so who do we know
isolating
got it so
himself
far?
right now.
T. Hanks, his wifey.
That was the first time I've heard about Tom Hanks in such a long time too, man.
Bro.
And it just had to be about
And they're
this.
in
Life is like
Australia,
a box
aren't
of
they?
chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Bro,
Wow.
man really predicted out here like that. I mean, it's a pretty blanket statement. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're in Australia when they got
You know
it.
what I found out? So he has, I think, a twin brother or a very identical looking brother. His brother is the one that does some of the shots for him in movies.
oh, like,
Like, you know
okay,
that the iconic running scene in
Yeah.
in Forrest Gump?
What, you
That
saying
was his
wasn't him?
brother.
So his brother's a stunt double. He's stunt
Almost.
double. Okay,
But not
that's cool.
stunts and really
Yeah,
stunts.
yeah.
Why the heck couldn't he just run by himself, bro?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
He was like, I get paid too much for this.
Well, man, what are you saying? Yeah, what, man, like Idris, bro. It's just
All right, so all right, let's see this list of celebrities and
there's a full article that's been
politicians.
created now.
Yep.
Really?
All right, these
Oh.
are government officials and their spouses. Okay, we don't know who any of these people are. Peter Dutton, that's Australia's
Yeah.
Home Affairs Minister.
Yeah,
Gosh, man. Which because Ivanka Trump was around him,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
had to
yeah.
go into quarantine. That's what we got. All right, Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, Idris Elba, Blaise Matuidi, the soccer player, Mikel Arteta, who's the coach of Arsenal, some Chelsea player, Paulo Dybala. Oh my gosh, he's Italian. Or Rudy Gobert, obviously,
Yeah.
and Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah,
4 players on the Nets, including KD.
yeah.
Basically,
Wow.
Damn.
goodness gracious. All right.
Why they catching it like this, bro?
Yeah.
Man's posted up in Victoria, just chilling.
Do you see a 21-year-old in Spain died?
No,
Yeah, so he's a
From it?
soccer coach. Yeah, like for quite a good team. He's only 21, but he passed
any
away from-
underlying respiratory issues or what?
So they found out. Let me find it. He had, like, they found last second that he had leukemia.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it
no.
really like heightened things
He's
for him.
yeah, bro. Damn, man. So he didn't even know he had
So young
leukemia.
as well.
He didn't know he had leukemia.
Yeah, I think he was in like late stages of it or something. I don't really know
Oh.
how
Whoa.
scientific terms.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
man.
pretty crazy. Can we just talk about how overrated Idris Elba is as an actor? As an actor.
Why is he hating?
I don't know.
He's not that good.
Why is he hating?
Like,
it?
okay,
He's not bad though.
to be honest, I haven't watched The Wire, and I've heard it's incredible.
Yeah,
so
I haven't
I'll
watched it
give him
either,
that.
but apparently it's that fire.
Idris Elba. Can we watch it together? That's kind of cute.
It's a whole show, bro. It's long as, man.
That's okay.
That's
You're
a
both
lot
We're
of.
gonna be quarantined
anyways,
together.
yeah.
That's a lot of episodes of holding hands. Bro,
You know what
watching
my
it
dad
together,
said when I
man.
left the house? I was leaving the house on the way. I don't even know how to share this. Why am I sharing this? Let's start it. So I go up, like him and mom are sitting like in the lounge. So I was like, gonna go give my mom a kiss before I leave the house. And I was like, oh wait, are we even kissing each other now? Because like the whole thing. And mom's like, nah, don't kiss. And my dad was like, nah, whatever, just give me a kiss. And then he's like, just don't kiss Daniel. And I was like, what?
Well, I mean, you guys do act fruity. So
What are you saying? Wait. Is that the
you
energy
guys
we're putting out here, bro?
actually-
That's mad.
What are you
Yeah,
talking about,
no.
bro? Only fruits on me is fruits of the spirit. Come on.
Hello,
Let's go.
praise him.
Now.
Damn.
Idris Elba, let's look at his movies.
Look at his movies.
Wait, he's got a kickboxing career?
I'm actually trying to think now. Actually, what
Wouldn't
movies
be
have we watched with
surprised.
Idris Elba in them, fam?
See?
We've seen Obsessed, the one with Beyonce,
Nope, don't care. He has a movie called The Gospel.
and we saw No Good Deed, the one with Taraji P Henson. That one was good. You like that one as
But I
well.
swear he's been in way more
okay,
movies.
He's been in heaps. Yeah, he's
He's
been
in
in
American Gangster. That's a
Action
great film,
movies.
but he's not important in it because Denzel's Denzel.
Yeah.
Denzel outshines everyone. Prom Night. He was in Prom Night. What's that? Nope. Oh, it's that. Oh, that's actually a pretty good
Prom Night.
horror kind of thing. I remember watching that with my sister when I was a kid. I
Bro,
don't know why.
so what?
Bro, he's got Takers. Takers is good.
Ah,
Yeah,
It's not
that Takers is
Come on,
good,
now.
yeah.
amazing. It's only good because like T.I. and Chris Brown and stuff.
Nah,
It's just-
that's
it's
And
exciting
him,
to see
definitely
them.
he
Idris,
made
bro.
it good as well.
Yeah, okay, fine. All right, he's in Thor, The Dark World. I don't remember him being in that.
Oh, no, yeah.
I don't think
Remember he
he's
was-
overrated.
I think he's
not
pretty
like-
overrated, man.
I think he's just a good guy as
Really?
well.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be his best movie.
What?
Zootopia.
This guy's rude. This guy's rude.
Bro, that's actually one of my favorite movies.
This
of
guy's
all
rude.
time.
He's rude, yeah?
No, but I'm being for real, bro.
Why is he like this?
Guy.
bro?
I don't know.
All right, Thor Ragnarok.
He's in a show.
Infinity
What's that
War,
show, man? Is it
Hobbs
called?
and Shaw.
It's not called
He was
Ibiza.
in Suicide. Oh, he's in the next Suicide Squad.
What's the show, bro?
Suicide
The one that was on Netflix.
All right, let's see.
Because that was good. It was something about a DJ. I can't remember what it's called, man.
He's been on it.
Charlie. Good luck.
Good luck, Charlie.
Good luck. Something Charlie. Anyways, that's that show on Netflix, and he's good in that. He's actually good in that one, man. But this guy,
Turn Up Charlie.
Turn Up Charlie. Yeah. That's a
Charlie,
Good Luck Charlie,
ayo.
bro. That's Disney Channel, huh?
Yeah, this is what you
Yeah.
said.
Whoopsie daisies.
Sheesh.
That was good, man. This is a hater.
Nah, man. All he's got
He's been
is
acting for time.
no. All he has is that song Bossy.
You guys were
That's a
saying
good
something
song.
that was interesting,
it's
man.
not bad at all.
It's only good because of Stefflon Don.
You guys were saying something that was actually interesting. What were we talking about just before this, man?
Corona.
We mentioned
That
something,
Rona,
man.
how celebrities have it. Why do we care if celebrities have it? Please
Our
don't. kiss
kids are going to
Daniel.
ask us about it.
This is history
remember,
books.
I can't remember, man. No.
Oh, man.
But damn, bro, like, yeah, hey, man, we'll be all right, man. We'll be all right. But with
We
all of
gonna
this
be alright.
craziness
Oh,
going
should've
on,
played that song at the start.
shut up, man. With all this craziness going on, yeah. So my phone has this new thing, right? Or Samsung, yeah, they started this thing where while you're charging your phone, it raises money because it shows ads while you're doing it, right? And it raises money they have 17, I think, causes. And they did some really sick graphics for them as well. Like it looks like nice. Like there's stuff like, let me actually get it up, man. They've got some goals like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, clean water and sanitation, reduced inequalities, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, life below water, all these kind of like crazy goals and stuff. There's 17 of them. Yeah, that they want to achieve by 2030. Yeah.
Okay. Is this sorry? Who is this?
Samsung. So they've got
This isn't the UNICEF ones. These are very similar to them.
probably is,
It's pretty cool.
but
it's pretty dope.
yeah.
So
Anyways,
there's
like
17 of
there's
them.
17 goals. Yeah, and then while you're charging your phone, you raise money like each time. So like it's a couple of cents here and there, but it adds
While
up.
you're
Obviously.
charging
Adds
your
up.
So
phone.
while it's charging it, so overnight I'll charge it, and like the ads will like be showing and stuff like that. So as I'm viewing it, like it gives some sense. Like if you swipe down,
And no cap, you have a really nice screen. Like it's very clear.
oh now he wants to give some credit. Now he wants to give credit to Samsung, bro.
He said the screen, all right? Nothing
But
else.
yeah, like I was looking at this and I'm like, it would be really sick this year to like try to do something that's making a change internationally, even if it's for like one village or something, or like one.
It's like a missions type thing.
Not even like us moving from here, but something that we can do here that is like empowering some people overseas to do something in their community or their area.
Yep.
So for me, like I was thinking about the like water. Water is so simple in terms of literally clean water changes so much here in some of these areas. Like it stops like, you know, diarrhea. It stops the transmission of like diseases and things
Ashy
like that,
skin.
right? Ashy
Yeah.
skin, you know what I mean?
That's a big one.
You can have good showers, cooking and stuff. You can cook better food, like literally just
Bro,
from water that you
there's
just drank from a bottle right now,
Bro, do you realize we take dookies in drinkable
In
water?
dri-
It's
Yeah.
not potable.
bro. That's mad. And like,
And we're like disgusted by the thought of not using a toilet.
yeah, I know, yeah.
We're like,
And other people,
"Yuck,"
this is
on
normal.
the ground.
Yeah, and this is like the norm in so many places. So I was like, that is something. I don't know how yet, but that would be something to be cool to do. Like just from making something that we do here, and that empowers like I don't know, some people that we like. Bro, there's people that know other people all around the world. So many of us limit our contacts to people only around you, man.
Do you think that like for us, right, like with our list of contacts, all that kind of stuff, is it? I don't want to use the word selfish, but I'm going to use the word selfish just because I can't think of another word. Of sort of a selfish motive for us to go, let us start our own thing when we don't really have the reach or whatever, or is it wiser for us to just go, let's support someone who's already doing that and has some reach and stuff? Because I can see the negative of that too, where it's like, I actually don't know where you're using the money.
Yeah.
But then I can never, with that mentality, I can never expect someone to sow into what I'm going to do.
100%. Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. So it's like in this line of thinking, I'm like something that we can create here, like regular, like let's say all we're trying to do is host regular events or regular fundraising kind of things. That money is now like, and it's a regular
So
event
we
that
do
people
something here for
but
there.
yes, bro. That's sick.
Maybe that's
like,
our slogan,
That
here
is
for
a good
there.
idea.
Here for there, man. Oi, what? Come
Here
on.
for there?
Trademark.
Right, what? That actually might be.
But you know what I mean?
Here
like,
for there.
I was just looking at
cool.
these goals. Like, there's so many things that we can do that for us, it's shown in a different way here.
Bro, we actually might need to do this.
Like, it hit me like we actually need to do something like this. But yeah, for you guys, what is a cause that?
Hey, bro,
is-
we're starting this.
huh?
Let's talk about this.
Actually,
after the
man, yeah, we're
episode.
gonna talk business, man. But like,
Trademark the name.
damn,
Or
why'd you say
someone
it out
listens
loud,
to it and
Nah, what?
takes it.
Rub it out in post.
Like legit, just drown my phone. My voice.
Like that. But yeah, what's something that you guys would be interested in doing? Like, what's a cause?
Like, what would I like to help?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard for me. I think children are always like.
Yeah.
I think they're just the most vulnerable of society, and they're also the potential of society.
Mm-hmm.
So something involving children, whether that's, it's kind of hard because like police brutality and stuff in America is a very, what's the word? Like it's something that I'm quite invested in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really know how I can help
Yeah.
in terms of some other than like giving to foundations or giving to
like families,
churches that help with
culture,
that
yeah.
stuff or whatever, right? Or families if they do GoFundMes and stuff. But I feel like I know better how to help in like the Middle East with, preemptive love and compassion.
Yeah.
Even Africa and Asia and stuff. But
How do you actually
How
do
do you go
that?
about
Yeah.
but then there's also, it's like there's our own backyard in our city. There's so many
Yeah, I know.
hungry people
Like
and stuff.
that's the thing. Like, I was thinking that as well. It's like, okay, why am I thinking so global in
Yeah.
terms
Okay.
of
Actually,
what I want to do?
let's be honest about this. Like, do you sometimes judge our people locally that are homeless and stuff, and you're like, like, honestly, if you, at least this is what I see it. If you wanted to live in a house,
It's pretty
bare
possible,
minimum and stuff,
yeah.
it's very possible on our systems, right? So I have this thing. I've just been convicted about it like over the last year-ish, where it's like that scripture where it's like, one day God will go like, you
I'll
saw
see
me
you
and
again. Yeah.
you didn't do anything, and
Yeah.
then we'll be like, oh, where did you do that? Like, we never saw you. And he's like, well, you saw the homeless and the hungry and the least of these and whatnot. And it's like, so I've been convicted about this thing. Whenever I have cash on me and I see a homeless person, like, I'll stop, ask them if I can pray with them, then give them some money, right? But I still have this thought in my head where I'm like, some of these people just like to live on the streets, right? And it's I know it's not a right thing to think, but I feel like most of us do think that, right? Because we all heard that thing of like, they enjoy that community. They enjoy like because they share around the dogs. Like that's a fact, right?
Yeah.
To get more money and stuff. So I'm kind of like, I mean, I'd love to help, but our systems really do help.
I think that's the thing. So like what you're saying is essentially is almost like sometimes you look at it from the lens of like, I can see the situation. It's not a great one for anyone to be in, but it's also the thing
But
of
you
like,
have a ladder that you can climb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's
okay.
we have a. It's not like it's an out there structure. Like there's a one set path.
I think this is
you
what
know.
it is. And I think we've talked about this before where it's like, is it even right for us to go, oh, we can help Africa or we can help the Middle East when we're not actually
helping in.
no, we're not actually like
Oh,
part of
yeah,
that
yeah.
per se, right? Other than being from there.
Yeah.
But it's like because we see them as wrong, but they might not be wrong. But I think the way that we see it is like their governments are working against them. Our governments are not really working against our people.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
That's
I could be
actually
totally
true.
I could
Like,
be
in
wrong
terms
about
of,
that,
like-
but that's
Yeah.
how I see it.
Like you can see the outright oppression of people from
Yeah,
governments in
yeah.
other countries,
Like
whereas
when
here it seems like there's that support.
Sudan goes like the military goes out and just starts popping
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Iraq was doing that as
Mad,
well.
bro. Yeah.
Like that's insane. Like here, sure, like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, but
That's the cycle.
but
man.
you still have the opportunity to become richer.
Can it also be like it's easier to help people in like those countries? and
because it
stuff?
comes down
Like,
to the
it's so much
basic things easier and
But
quickly.
it's
isn't it?
also
Even
Wait.
in terms of
it's easier to
What you
help
do.
them, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I think because my $10 goes way further
yeah,
over
yeah,
there than it
yeah,
does here.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because like
That's how I see it
$10 on
too.
the streets, like low-key,
It's not much.
they don't. What does that really get them? A coffee and a snack.
Yeah.
Good donut.
It was like $10 over there. It's like the whole.
That's
village.
fed.
Like,
That's
yeah.
fed.
Everyone
That's
will be
that's
fed,
giving
yeah.
10 families the wage for the day.
Exactly.
No, that's messed up.
That is wild, man. Like
Yeah, I think that's how I see it. Like a lot of the
How
times
much
it's
of the
like-
world is in poverty?
a lot, bro. What
It's-
do they keep saying? We're in the top 1% in the world.
we are?
I think I'm top 4%.
4.
Yeah, based on like my income as me.
Is that what, yeah?
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Because you'd be probably be about 4. Like all of us would be about 4,
I don't.
or like
don't,
3 point something.
Nah, don't talk about what
Yeah.
you don't know.
Hi, fine. You're top 6%.
Wait, hey. Let me say But
What the? 36% or 1.85 billion people. Wait, what? How
Are in
old is this
poverty.
statistic?
Living in
What does it say?
poverty.
1.85 billion is 36% of the world. That can't be.
so you have to just times that by 3. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, that's under 6 billion people then.
This is a 2018 stat. I don't know, but
What?
allegedly 1.5 billion people at that time were living on $1.25 a day or less.
Wow.
Okay, now when you hear that,
Bro, that's a lot of people.
is that a lot?
It is.
1.5 billion is a big number, and then it's like you look at it.
Out of 7.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty.
But if you also look at it, it's like majority of them are from like
The same
similar,
places as well,
similar
yeah.
same places. It's not like everyone's scattered so much everywhere,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Yo, now you just actually brought something to light.
It's regions that are
Yeah, because
oppressed.
we hear stats like 1 in 4 this, blah, 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 right? Or 1 in 10 this year. And it's like, oh, that's pretty spread out in
tread
the world.
lightly.
Huh?
But it's not.
Just stats here. It sounds like it's pretty spread out, but it's
Yeah.
like, no, what you could be saying is actually 1 in 10 is this stat, but that's 85% representation
From
for
the
one
same-
particular region.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
everyone in that space is suffering from the same kind of conditions and stuff like that. And that's massive. That's actually a pretty big number for them.
Yeah. I
Like
think
that's all they have.
growing up, I've always like had the passion and the heart to want to help like women in those developing countries, like especially with like health, in terms of health as well.
Yeah.
Because like places, in Africa, a lot of women, they give birth and all of them die from it because they don't have the right medical care, they don't have the right support. Even when they go home, they're living in like places that do not cater to them, that can't cater to them. It's not healthy, it's not sanitized. So I think that's one of the things that I want. I still want to do it when I have the means, the money and all that, and I'm done with my studies. I think I'll probably go out there and actually do it, not just send money, but I actually want to be a part of helping and,
I'm with that.
Savior
Doing all
mentality.
That woman thing, I get it. Bro, even this week, like here, it pissed me off. So apparently because people have been overbuying and there's nothing
Yeah.
in Coles and all kind of stuff, women's products is sold out. I don't know why it pissed me off, man.
Yep.
I was like, first of all,
Yep.
you're not going to be bleeding more now that we're hungry.
Honestly,
man.
yeah.
Like,
That happens
or
that
that we're on
That is
lockdown.
true.
Like,
So-
it's happening twice a month
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So my mom, stress. Right, my mom and my sister, they went out. Did she tell you?
Your sister told me today. Yeah,
they went out to the shops to just get little sanitary pads and that. So there's 4 girls in my house. Yeah, so they went and bought 3 packs. I think it was 3 packs. Yeah, and then the guy like took one of them. Fair enough. Like all this is fair enough. But the guy took one. It's just crazy that it's gone to this point.
Yeah.
Let me preface that. Ooh. The guy took one of the packs, right?
Yeah.
So left with 2. My mom was like, "Yo, we got 4 girls in the house. Like, what are you saying, bro?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I know, but sorry, that's the rule now. No one can have more of anything. Yeah,
that's smart.
Fair enough, but it's like, damn, like you can't just buy what you need no more, man. But this is Australia, bro.
So this girl that I follow on Instagram, she posted this thing on a story, which I was like, I've never heard of this thing, but it sounds like a cool idea to me. And she was like, because her thing was like, think about the woman that, really need this stuff. Like the people in worse conditions or whatever, or less fortunate conditions. Yeah. And so, have you heard of this thing, the Diva Cup?
What is it?
So it's like a reusable menstrual cup.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but it's like it's good for the environment, and you don't have to stress about like having to
I never understood that one. I was just like
reusable.
I don't know about that, but
but I was like.
But I guess it works.
That'd be cool.
It works.
I don't know if you
Why
guys want
not?
to sponsor the podcast. Okay.
Oh, you're giving a plug in that, man.
I guess
it works.
I see what you did.
Huh? Oh.
I just got that.
Boom. Oh, man. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about that, man? Like, I really felt like this year I have to, I was going to.
Oh, yeah. So what's your one? What's your one?
Oh, like my main one was about like water, man. Like in terms of just how to deliver water. Like even I don't know. I have this thing about like also irrigation in terms of like for places that have like barren lands and desolate like lands, like to just be able to give water. And bro, I remember I had one of my main dreams would have been to be able to create almost like a greenhouse even in the desert. Like if I had bands, bro, like big bucks. Like
when
to be able
you have bands.
Yeah, when like to be able to build like these kind of like a facility that even though it's a desert, like they're able to produce in mass like things that people need, bro. Like like stuff that famine comes and they don't need to stress now because it's this is able to sustain it. And I think a lot of these things are possible. Like the science and technology is there. It's just like there's not really actually a profit from these things. You can't profit from these situations, man.
The water one is exactly the same as Daniel Flynn from Thank You.
Yeah.
So his thing was he wanted to help out in some way and he couldn't, like he just didn't know, and he was like praying about it and stuff, and like literally he opened his Bible to some random page or something, and it was like some chapter in Isaiah, and it was like he brings forth like water from like
streams in the desert kind of thing.
Which it might not be.
It's Isaiah. I remember
but but it's like, and it's like just supply water.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, and now it's turned into everything.
I think
like a lot of these issues and stuff could be solved if the rich put their money towards it. Am I wrong in saying that?
Jeff Bezos can give everyone in the world $15.
Everyone in the world, and he'd still have some left over.
And then now you need to also look at the fact. I said nah,
bro. But do you realize how many people everyone in the world?
He said, nah.
That's a lot of money that he's got. That's a lot of money.
Like no one man should have all that power.
And when he passes, that money's still gonna be.
Bro,
there.
better not go to like a puppy or something like this. You know when the rich people do that?
Oh yeah, in their will they leave.
Oh
money.
yeah.
It's like, I want to leave it to my dog, Romeo. Well, if you don't, Romeo's gonna die in 3 months.
Yo, if you think about the $15 to everyone thing, there's so many people that don't need that $15.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can pile all of that to the people that do need it, they're
Forget,
that is true.
bro. If you gave everybody that's living on $1.25 a day $15, that's the month finished almost. 2 weeks, but
2 weeks is a lot, bro. And that now we're saying obviously they can get a lot more than that because we don't need the $15 a day. You don't like everyone that we know doesn't need the. I mean, outwardly what they've shown doesn't need the $15, right? So it's like
what's crazy? Like there's actually some kid out there in the world who's never had more than a meal in a day.
Like the one.
That is true.
Yeah.
And some go without as well.
The whole day.
It's a sad thing.
Nah,
Just fasting.
Bro, mandatory fasting.
That's what you got to tell your kids. We're fasting for 6 days.
Mandatory fast. 6 days, man.
6 days, yeah.
But yeah. So what you guys think, man?
Should we like have a thing where it's like compulsory if you make more than this amount, you actually have
No,
to?
you can't. You can't
you know?
because.
But
like,
why? Because these
I know.
rich people,
I was thinking about it.
They're only rich because
Bro, you
us, the consumers,
have
the
made
fans,
them that.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
So
because they've
like-
provided us such a good idea. Like Amazon's actually such a good idea, bro. Like I'm glad he's
Yeah.
rich.
But he doesn't need to be that rich. Like there's a point where it's like,
But-
okay, you're too rich.
But like, who else should like? Where should that money go? Like, you can't dictate that stuff. Like,
Yeah, you
capitalism
can't.
is actually the best idea, but it sucks as well once people get to that
Start
point.
using it as
Because
a-
what's gonna happen now is that like this guy's wealth is so exponential, it can never stop.
yeah.
It literally can never stop.
Because this is company stuff even now. So it's like, even if the individual's not there, it's like the idea continues, man.
Bro, do you know how
we
much
move,
money is in the world?
bro.
Like, looking at like all these grad roles and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if they're willing to give people that actually don't really know what they're doing at university, you know, like they've just finished university and they're willing to give them like 50, 60K. Like, bro, what? Christmas party for a little 20, 30 person department of a company. Yeah, it's 55K.
Damn.
Like, that's a lot of money,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
My money is actually out there.
But
like that.
I think there should be a. It sucks. Like someone like, let's say Jeff Bezos. Like, and he seems like a dope guy.
Yeah.
But it's like when good like money like that lands in his hands or a good person's hands, that's cool, right? Like it's cool. Like I think if I had that kind of money, it would be dope because I'm gonna do so much good with it. But if it lands in the wrong person's hands, that's scary.
That is true.
That's like an immense, like, because he could literally buy out like countries at this point.
That's true.
Did
It's
you
a lot of money.
see Cristiano Ronaldo?
Hey, Loki, not mad at him.
Is it legit? Do you
The
reckon it's
island?
legit? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Bought
that
out
as
a
well.
private island for him and his family to go wait out.
Hey, why not? If you've got the money.
I'm not. Yeah, no. I saw that. I was
got
like,
the money.
I'm like, it's one of them. One like, all right, respect the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
No, 100%.
I ain't mad
do
at
what
you,
you need to do.
bro.
He's got 4 children, so it's like
Damn.
you gotta keep them safe.
Yeah.
There's money out here, man. Like, bro. It's
Wait,
wild,
does
man.
anyone know how much money is in the world?
What kind of?
It's a question. It's a question. It's a real question.
You want some little-
Approximately $36.8 trillion.
Trillion.
Yeah, that's a scale.
Wait. However, when the physical money includes the ones held in the accessible accounts, the amount rises to roughly
now we're using some hectic.
I don't know what
numbers,
this
bro.
means.
Yeah,
90.4 trillion.
What are you saying?
There's just a lot. Wait,
That's a
so
lot
what's
of
over
money.
a trillion?
What do you mean?
Like what's
Something currently?
after trillion? Quadrillion.
Yeah, now what the heck? That's a scale that we never think about, man.
Quadrillion.
Billion is still hard. No, billion is still
Billion is
hard
high.
to grasp your
Yeah.
head around. Like, I still haven't never come to the terms with the fact that
Trillion.
there's some
That's
X
why the idea,
billion
like,
people.
yeah, that's what I
I've
was gonna say.
never
like,
come to the
8
understanding
billion
of that.
people.
I
Like,
don't know
that's-
what that sound.
What would that
feels
look
like?
like?
I don't, yeah.
Who knows?
Apparently, we could like if we held hands, we'd wrap around the world a couple times.
I can't
Really?
still can't grasp that concept. I don't know how big this world is, bro.
Bro, I just don't know why. I just imagined us like in us. When
Us,
they're all
yeah,
holding
yeah. That's exactly what I pictured, man. But man, yeah. But yeah, let's actually get thinking about this kind of idea, man. Like,
Yes, let's do it, man.
Let's do it. This was good. Now we've kind of put ourselves to it since we said it publicly like this.
Yeah.
So, so y'all watch this space. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
It's gonna be good.
What else is on you guys' mind, though, man? You know what we should have done? We should have actually even called Carlos halfway through this, man, just to see.
No one knows what he's doing.
I wanna catch
what
him
he's
out,
up
bro.
to.
Because he's sorry, guys, can't make it tonight, and that's that. Should we call? Just to see where he's at.
Call him. Why not?
But I have another question.
Mr.
Man, but I want to see this.
Carlos.
Man. Oh, this is gonna be like exactly.
Talk about it while you're calling, and then we.
It's called New Age Christians, man.
All right.
Age Christians.
He's on Do Not Disturb. You have to call this guy twice, bro. How annoying is it, man?
If he picks up and he's at home.
One brother.
Yeah, right. Actually, yeah. Oh no, he's acting hot, bro. What if he's in a meeting even as well right now? Wait. No, wait. 8 p.m.
The person you are
Wow, man.
Did he cut you off?
I think he cut off. I think he cut it off. Carlos, mate. Next episode, we've got some beef to settle. As we'll ask him on the next step, really, where we at, bro?
I think he knows we're shooting, so he's like, if I
He
pick
knows
up,
yeah.
yep, they're
All right,
gonna
man.
know I'm at home.
So,
Carl's got that Rona.
hey, man.
all right,
so
New
I was
Age
talking
Christians.
about. Okay, when I say New Age, it's not how you think in terms of like
Crystals.
Yeah, not like like Christians that are weird. That's not what I mean. Like, as in people that have diluted the word and we're just trying to make ourselves, we're using the Bible to justify the things that we want to do.
That is or that isn't what
That
we're
isn't what I'm
Okay.
talking of, yeah. When I say new age, I mean us as youthful individuals in...
Say modern Christians.
Is that the word to use there? No, because I don't want to include the oldies, bro. I'm trying to just talk about...
Modern.
I'm just trying to talk... You know,
okay.
Yeah. Like,
New approach Christians.
no, that sounds crazy. That sounds just as
stick
whack.
to your new age
Bruh,
Christian.
New age sounds like we sell
Yeah,
crystals and
like,
dream catchers.
yeah. That's, bro. So I didn't know how to phrase
I
it.
hate when I see dream catcher tattoos on people, bro.
Yeah, and what's the
what have
flower?
and it's like all the people that don't have any dreams in their life.
Oh man, damn, bro, this guy came out with
That
the
one
gap, bro. Who are
would
you
have
mad at?
offended
I got
somebody.
that stick. I know got Rona.
Who's he mad at right now, man? All right, new age. Okay, when I say new age, like I said, I mean like people our age, yeah, young in today's
All right, cool.
society, right?
Very good.
I don't know if I've asked this on here, but I remember I did ask it in our youth a couple of weeks back.
Young adults. Sorry.
Yeah, young adults, sorry, a couple of weeks back, yeah. And I was saying, do you feel like your faith in any way limits you and what you want to do / achieve in terms of how you move yourself?
Are we talking like
Twerking?
social? Are we talking like career? Or just
All
everything
aspects,
in
any aspect.
general?
In any way, like, is
it
it
stop-
obviously not limited in terms of like stops you from having a great life, but does it make the road to some things a bit longer or more windy?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Here's an
Expand.
example.
All right.
We can't cuss on our podcast.
Yeah.
We can't talk wild because we don't live wild lifestyles. Like wild in terms, or
Which is a wider net
I
even
shouldn't
as
even
well.
say wild. I should say standard to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not out there.
Bro,
It's not wild.
everyone
yeah.
my age that I know that isn't a Christian is thun and bopping. And that's normal. Right?
We used the phrase
Yeah.
Tottenham bopping so
We
much.
need to
on
title an
this.
episode thun and bopping.
Tottenham bopping, bro. But yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? And so it's like, should I use the example? All right. If we made a podcast like Horrible Decisions,
Yeah.
you can see why that blows up,
Yeah.
right? It's like, that's funny to listen to for most people,
Yeah.
relatable for a lot of people. And it's like,
I think we're even mentioning
intriguing,
something
right?
like
it's
this,
like, oh,
yeah.
it's sexy. Oh, it's like this. Oh, it's, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, it's pushing that, ooh, I want to be a bit more out there. Let me
Promiscuous.
experience society. Yeah, like that whole thing, right? And I'm like, I'm not condemning them. Like, that's you. But it's like, because I don't do that, because I bring a
You represent something else.
different side of things. Yeah, it's like most people I think don't want to hear that. So it's like for us with your whole thing of like, does it slow down? It's like I think for us with that kind of side, it's like we can't have this like juicy content if it's not
Discussion,
good
yeah.
discussion. Hey, pick up the phone.
Oh,
Scott.
You
here
want
we
to pick
go.
it up?
Yo, look.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Yo, what's up?
I know. We just wanted to call you, bro. How you doing, man?
Man, are you telling me I'm on the podcast right now, bro?
No. Let me see.
Hey, bro, are you quarantined or what?
I don't know. Maybe, man. I don't know.
Or are you thun and bopping?
Huh?
Oh, you didn't answer.
What are you doing? Why are you
I
not
saw you
here?
wearing that nice pineapple shirt.
Pineapple shirt.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah, he
posted
was.
something.
Yeah, he did post something today.
Nah, I went out and then I go home a bit late.
Wait, what?
But hold up, didn't you tell us yesterday you don't want to go out anymore?
No, that's different. I don't want to go to clubbing.
You never did.
I know. Like, I don't want to go out like city life. I want to stay home.
You want to
the
be more
weekend.
local, huh? Yeah.
So you're at
Yeah,
someone's
but
home right now.
This is the perfect
Today-
time to
today-
say that because everyone's not going to be going
Yeah,
out.
can you imagine
so-
being like, yeah, you know what? I've had enough of this going out. I want to change my life. Yeah, no, cuz no one's going out.
Everyone's changed their life.
Nah, hey, honest though, I trying to spend money too.
Yeah.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I
So
don't cap, yeah. Today I went out, yeah.
Uh.
I only spent $5.
$5. You
Yeah.
bought the boost, yeah?
What? That's crazy. How you know?
Wait, did you?
Hold on.
Yeah, did he do his typical move?
You got boost, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you go to the lookout?
Hey, don't expose me.
Carl's #1 date. But what are you up to, bro?
Hold on, wait. You shared a boost with someone?
Wow.
Nah, I just took my niece on a walk and I'm at my friend's crib right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll stop by. We're next to your house, Daniel.
We thought you were doing something more important.
Nah, I was meant to, but I have to babysit. Everyone left the house. So
All right, Loki, that's pretty important. All right, bro, you should have brought us to the podcast.
Yeah, man. Should have brought it here, man.
Absolutely not, bro. We don't want children.
Nah, my mom told me last minute, man. She was like, 10 minutes ago, it's like, you're looking after her.
Yeah,
Like,
calm,
whatever.
calm. Hey, actually, hey, bro. What social justice goal do you
What
have
question?
this year?
What?
Huh? Nah, we're just writing it down. That's why.
Huh?
What social justice goal do you have this year, bro? What
Who
is
do you want to
something-
help?
yeah.
Where do you want to help?
What is a initiative you'd like to start if you had the funds and the resources?
I want to have young people, man.
Yeah.
In terms of educational.
Hey, tell that kid to be quiet, bro.
Hey, if you don't, be quiet. Providing young people with employment.
Mm.
And yeah, just opportunities, man.
Fair.
That's good.
Is that here or overseas?
Over here and overseas is more of back in my hometown, Sudan. Probably more of like school and educational systems, and yeah,
Shout out to them dangs, bro. Alright.
like the
Stop
dang,
it.
Nah.
Stop it.
yeah. So that's
Someone's
my
gonna
fam,
beat
bro.
you up one day.
Yeah, I know. All right, good chat, bro. You have a good one. Yeah, say hi to the fam.
See you.
All
Catch
right,
up
take care of your
soon.
children,
Let
bro.
them vote. Let them vote.
One love.
Oh man. All right. What you was? I remember we were actually talking about. Yeah, that was good chat with Carl, man. Good chat. When you were talking about the whole. I remember when we want to start this podcast.
Yeah.
We actually mentioned that. We're like, it's crazy because we can't just talk about anything that and anything. Or we can, but we can't
can, but
move
we
the way.
can't
Yeah. I know the phrase. Yeah.
How, like,
Like,
Like-
you got to be careful with the way you talk about things.
yeah, because I'm not gonna okay things that are
Yeah,
not
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but I will discuss things that are
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah. So it's like, we've seen how I'm pretty sure we mentioned that example actually. Like they've blown up nicely, and like people or other podcasts like that as well. It's like,
And they're dope people.
yeah, but it's like, yeah, that that kind of map that they've laid out, or that plan that they followed, or the way that they the way that they like the podcast is set,
Yeah.
or any kind of podcast like that, or just people in general. Yeah, we can't follow that and experience that same kind of
Yeah.
like growth. Like the road is a bit of a longer one. In
I
that
like
kind of
obviously.
sense,
Let
man.
me not take away. Like there's a lot of people putting out podcasts like them. They obviously have good content and good conversation. Like
Yeah, but all right, what
I
other?
think for me is the opposite probably to you guys, because I didn't always grow up in that like Christian household. So before, I got saved and all of that, I was, living it up, living my
bopping?
life, yeah. So the decisions that I made, it was just solely based
that's
on,
your girl.
That's
no,
crazy.
I wasn't thotting and bopping. But yeah, the decisions that I would make were just solely based on what I thought, what I
Who
wanted
you
to do.
wanted to do?
Oh my goodness, no, what I wanted to do, not who. But yeah, it was just solely based on my experiences and like, in the moment, like, oh, is this what I feel like I want to do or not? But like now
Hold up.
that
Daniel's coughing. His eyes are red. Respiratory problems?
he's trying to hold it in,
Alright,
like,
sorry,
he's
Marwa,
trying to
continue.
hold it in.
Talking about her thoughting days, bro. Continue.
He's hurt. Yeah. So what you wanted to do?
Yeah, so what I wanted to do, but like now that I've been saved, it's kind of like the decisions that I'm making, I feel like they're way better. Like the foundation that I have is, helping me make the decisions, and it's the right decisions for me that I, feel like are benefiting my life.
I think the thing isn't that the decisions are like worse or like it's a pain, but more the fact that you can't move like others or move like the norm. That seems wild to us in some sense, but you can't move like the norm.
Yeah.
You have to do a little bit more, and you have to think. So like, okay, even in what's a way of thinking that you feel is so opposite to the way like most people
Sex before marriage,
is that way? No, because even
or like
people
moving
that,
in before marriage.
Nah, sex
'cause
before
you-
marriage, that's pretty crazy, bro. To like a lot of people. I was hanging out with a
Really?
school friend recently. He's like, so, you don't be doing the sex?
yeah, what a way to phrase it.
nah. I can't remember how he said it, bro. But he was like, oh, like, so you holding off
Yeah.
to marriage? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, of everything or just like literal intercourse? And I was like, everything. And
Yeah.
he was like, damn, that's hard. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, well, because I feel like a lot of people that even without
I don't know.
Their
Christians.
understanding
Wait,
of it.
hold on. I don't know anybody
Really?
who isn't waiting for marriage unless they're Christian.
Word.
or aiming to wait for marriage. So I know Christians that'd be doing a hoosh hoosh, but like,
That's a hoosh hoosh.
but they'd be feeling a bit convicted about it. That's good.
I think it's
I mean, that's not
hoosh-hoosh.
good, but you know,
No, sound effects.
Because I think like okay, true, you're right. Because the people I'm thinking of are probably have that Christian foundation in life, aren't exactly living it out like that right now, but they still kind of hold that kind of
so
stuff.
like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
them, virginity is valuable.
yeah.
It's just not.
What else though, man?
Priority.
Like what else is crazy? Because is in terms of opposite way of thinking, man.
Cussing.
I'm trying to think if I find that like wild.
I don't find it wild. I don't, like, to be honest, I don't know. Like, swearing never bothers me. I just don't really do it
Yeah.
very much.
I'm trying to think of like. No, that's
I
not.
don't know.
That's not wild.
What's wild? You think
Okay,
like-
the whole this whole forgiveness kind of thing as well. In terms of actually beyond forgiving someone, but the fact that you're able to be generous and kind to someone like that has shown complete disregard for you. Like when you see cases of like families that
Murderers.
forgive the
Like
murderers
the-
and stuff like that.
What's his name, bro?
The one like it was recent. Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah. Like
The lady?
Botham Jean.
that. Yeah, I don't know if that's his name.
That's his name.
That sounds familiar though. That kind of thing, I feel like that is when you like, and people think it's crazy, man. When they look at Christians, they're like, "Yo, you are
People do
wild
think
for
it's crazy.
Yeah, you're like you're crazy for being able to like do that.
Forgive.
Not even in
but
the
low-key,
admiration.
That is supernatural. It is superior to the natural.
Yeah, man. Nah, you just tried to flex just then, yeah.
No, but like legit, like that is not a natural reaction.
Yeah.
Man,
But sometimes you see it and you're like, wow, that takes a lot to be able to do that. You can't do it on your own.
No, absolutely not.
in this line of thinking, then, where
So I said supernatural. Man.
huh?
No, I know. I'm just explaining.
I'm playing.
In this line of thinking,
Yeah.
I was like going deeper into it. Can you be cool with like the world down with pop culture and still rep?
Yes,
Christ, well enough.
cause
No, bro. That's no.
I
I'm not
think
saying
that
no. I'm
too
saying no.
with-
That's
Are you
not
talking
cool.
about
bro.
like music?
Yeah,
music?
okay, 'cause I was talking
thinking
about, like-
that as well.
Because we listen to mad rap, mad
y'all
pop
do.
culture. Like
oh, that's you.
that. Shut up, man. Oh, this guy actually, he was like what top 1% Hillsong listener, wasn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
But like, does that ever feel like a clash? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I was listening to Kev on stage was talking about this stuff
Yeah.
actually, and he was saying like one thing for him is he can't listen to music with too much swearing because it makes him want to swear.
Yeah.
Right. Like it makes sense, right? What you put in is what
Comes out.
comes out. So like for example, Worst Behavior by Drake. He's like, I can't listen to the dirty version of that. He's like, it's just too much. It's a great song, but it's a lot of cussing, right? And so for him, it's like, oh, let me safeguard that kind of stuff, right? I've seen Carl Lentz do, like he'll listen to all these young guys with his son in the car and stuff, but they play the clean version, right? And so he's like, his like story or something, he's like videoing and his son's rapping along, but he knows when to bleep himself. So he's like he's even like making a joke of it, right? But it's like, sometimes swearing is not the worst part. Sometimes it's the actual content,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, yeesh, like I can't. Sometimes I don't even like. I don't really trip over the swearing, but like sometimes the actual content, I'm like,
Yeah.
like for example, Biggie to me is like the greatest rapper of all time, right? One of, right? But he has this crazy bar where it's like, my thugs would like kidnap children, rape them, and throw them over the bridge, right? And I was like, that content has no swear words in it,
But it's
But
mad.
it's
but it like I'm so uncomfortable whenever that song comes on. Like
Yeah.
when that bar happens, I'm like, it's very ugly, right? So it's like, can you be down with pop culture? I think you can be down.
How down, you know?
Would you now have to place like limits and barriers and just like listen with, be cautious with what you're taking in?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I think for everyone it depends.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know my sister, she doesn't like listen to anything, like except
She's
for,
weird, bro.
except
Intern
for
V.
literally, like, let's say they can't, like, I don't-
Lecrae featuring
No, yeah, like,
YK
yeah,
Cyrus.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out, it's Friday. But like the Taylor Swifts of music, not Taylor Swift herself, but
Yeah,
those
yeah,
kind
that
of,
Selena Gomez.
Ariana Grande kind of vibe,
very.
yeah. Other than that, it's all like dead as worship, yeah, like praising that, and she we'll play, or I'll be playing a little bit of rap or something in the car. It's like, what is this music kind of thing, yeah. And I've always wondered, like, you know, you have that verse of like everyone gives an account at the end of that. I'm always like, yo, like,
I was spending a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm like, do I have to actually like, do I have to stop listening to this music or not?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's hard, yeah.
I've always wondered, like, yeah, like, is this actually is it an issue?
Yeah. I think when it changes your behavior,
Yeah, I was gonna say if it influences,
like
what you
that's
do.
a real problem. And here's a good example. Like, yeah, hip hop's never made me.
Want to be thought about it?
No, no, wrong.
Oh well,
It has.
Oh well,
It's never made me want to pick up a gun or sell
Yeah.
drugs.
yeah.
But it has made me
Trying to get all the bad bees in the room, huh?
desire that stuff at the very least, right? And so it's like that's not great at all,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's like so those kind of songs that focus on that, because and it's not even hip hop, like pop, like Ariana Grande makes terrible content in her music as well.
Yeah.
Not break up with your boyfriend on board,
Oh,
or
word.
break up with your girlfriend on board, whatever it was.
It's a song.
Like that's a stupid ass. Who says that to
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
bro? Like,
yeah.
what's your standard for relationships, right? But it's like, it's you can't just say, because this is what like my parents, for example, did with rock music is bad. Rock music is not bad. Oh, worship music nowadays is rock music.
Basically
Yeah.
under rock, yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you can't just say a genre is wrong, but what you can do, like for me, is like I can't really, or at least for a period of time, so I stopped listening to like Tyga, for example, right? Because he makes all like the strip club anthems, right?
yeah.
So it's all about being promiscuous and stuff. But I was like, I can still listen to Nas, where it's like he's rapping from the perspective of a gun or whatever, right? And it's like it's very creative art. Like you can't just go, this avenue of society is bad, stay away, you can't be down with that
Yep.
culture anymore. But it's like, let's be countercultural in the parts that matter and enjoy what doesn't matter,
Yeah.
That's facts, actually, yeah.
right? Because like to get legalistic over things is, I don't know, I feel like everything's a gift from God, right? And there's just good ways to use it and bad ways to use it, right? Like if you're gonna play basketball and get really good at basketball just so that you become the jock and more girls want to sleep with you, basketball's a bad thing for you.
Yeah.
But if you play basketball so you can become wealthy like LeBron and start a school so you can help, like,
Yeah.
then basketball's a great tool for you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because then now, yeah, okay, so you're saying, because it's coming down to content, but you're not exactly saying like, yeah, let's do rap, let's do Christian rap. You know, yeah, it's like, even to be, that's actually true then, because now you're really limiting yourself to the experiences that other people have, and like, because a lot of people convey life through their music, especially rap. You know what I mean? Like, and their experiences, and like
Rap and country and rock.
Nah, I'm not.
Those are the three genres that are.
Country goes hard, but sonically, I ain't moving with it.
I'm with it. I like it.
Country, yeah.
Maybe lock them doors and turns. Nah,
wow.
I can't
Not
do
that
that.
one, bro.
Yo,
The Gambler
I don't know that.
by
man.
Kenny.
How does he know these things, man?
Bro, Trust is
Yeah?
such a good
Ah,
song.
that's
Kenny
awesome.
Rogers.
But like, even because I take quotes down on my phone, and like there's been just like hella like dope lines
yeah.
in terms of applying them
Yeah.
to life.
Crooked stick, straw, straight lines.
Nah, that's Lecrae, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, but that's a Christian rapper.
That's
But
a
I'm saying,
rapper.
yeah, all right, whatever, man. But I'm saying, like, even like outside of this whole box of Christian rap and other genres, like I've been able to like take from, like, we can't box ourselves in terms.
I was
of
just
like,
thinking because I feel like you two, because of your music, you guys know so much. Like you know a lot. You know what I mean? Every time I hear you guys listening to music, you're just able to be like, oh, yep, this is that. So it's helped you, hasn't it? In
I
a way?
think it has. I think my vocabulary is
Yeah.
your lingual syntax.
extensive
Yeah, hello.
because of
The music.
the music that I listen to.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I didn't read very much as a kid, but I did listen to a lot of Nas. I listened to
Music.
a lot of Biggie that was using words that I was like, these are cool words.
Allegories and that they have in the music. Oh, sorry.
All right, mate.
But like, yeah, like I think it really comes down to that word that goes like, the verse is like, you're in the world, but you're not of the world. It's like we can't continue.
Sorry,
to
which verse is that?
I don't know.
That's not a verse in the Bible.
Is it not? Yes, it is.
Nope. That's one of those things that Christians.
No way, bro.
That's
Nah, you're capping, bro.
be in the world, but not of the world. That's not even in the Bible, and that's not even what the principle is.
Oof.
That's one of those things that have become gospel, but they're not actually.
Bro, no
verses.
way pastors
It's
have
the white
led me
background.
astray, bro.
Bro.
Black
Whenever I hear a
words.
pastor say
Oh,
that, I'm like,
yeah. So it's like it was taken from the First John,
Mm-hmm.
and then they adapted. All right, so someone's basically like adapted that phrase, then, bro.
And everyone's run with it.
Everyone has run with it.
Bro, you know how many people have
It's the same
said
thing.
that too? You know how many people have said? Okay, but hey, it's not a problem, bro.
Ran with it.
It's not a
Ran
problem.
with it.
Doughboy from
Yeah.
Ratchet and Ratchet. He's like, it's a couple episodes ago, and he's like, you know, I just found out that this is not from the Bible. God don't like ugly.
Yeah, wait, yeah.
They were all just like, that doesn't even sound like God. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
All right, this is what I was meant. This is what the verse actually says.
You guys hear that?
I did hear a sound. Do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love of the Father is not in them. And then it goes on to say, the world and its desires pass away, but whoever does the will of God lives forever. Okay, that's not exactly it, but that's what it's adapted from,
Basically, that's
essentially,
saying
yeah.
don't seek validation
The things
from
of the world. Yeah, all right. So we'll go with that. Yeah, the world. Well, it's not a verse. It's actually just a phrase. Yeah. So,
A flawed phrase.
but it's
I don't.
right,
I don't
though.
agree with it. Like what it's trying. I get
Oh,
what
what's
it's
your
trying
interpretation
to say.
of it? Yeah.
It's just like you're not meant to be set apart.
Yes.
Like no,
Sanctification.
Sorry. Yeah, nah. Let me explain. Like you're not meant to be like
Secluded or
secluded from.
No, 100% not. Yeah. All right, let me say what I was going with it. I'm saying like being here, but like it's like that verse I remember I showed us about when the disciples, Jesus had died he died. Haven't seen him resurrect yet. Yeah.
Yep,
And they've gone back to their fishing.
bro.
They went straight back to fishing, right? Like after that it all
Do you ever
happened.
realize how disappointing the disciples are?
They didn't kill it in some
Hey,
instances.
and Loki, Jesus was like, I'm gonna use you.
Yeah. So that's all of us, man. Yeah.
Good for me.
Bro, so like, yeah, they went right back to their fishing. So it's like, after all that experience, they've gone back to what they know, but they're doing it from a point of knowledge of what's he cracking up.
Bro, like these guys actually are disappointed. I was reading when Jesus feeds the 5,000 men and women and children, so it's about 13,000 people, right? And then, what is it? 2 fish, 5 loaves,
Yeah.
and then a bit after he feeds 4,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
They were stressing again,
no,
yeah?
I'm pretty sure they have more food than the first time. And again, they go, "How are we gonna do this? Jesus, how?" And like, bro, like he must have actually just been standing there, like you guys are actually joking right now, yeah? Like, stop it. This isn't silly,
But that's like us.
bro.
That's
yeah,
us.
100%.
Yeah, that's us
100%.
right now. That's how we are.
Nah, like legitimately, man.
We're
Like-
useless, fam.
Because, okay,
We're
I'll
disappointed.
dive into something I was thinking. I was driving and I thought, okay, I'll dive into it after this. But like, yeah, with the whole thing, I'm saying like, we're here, but the mentality we have allows us to go back into the exact same places that everyone else is in, but we have a different mindset in terms of how we approach it, right? So this phrase, in the world, not of the world, I look at it in the sense of like, you're here, but your citizenship
shine
is
light.
different. You know, you're here to be in these. Because what's the point of shining light with other people that shine light? It's just a big ass light.
Ow.
Light is only powerful in the darkness. You know what I'm saying?
Big ass light ministries.
Boom.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I mean. Like in terms of like, so we can be in these spaces. Not saying that your mission now is to now hit the strip clubs and start trying to preach and be Captain Save-A-Thought. Like that's not what it is, bro. Like that's taking it to the extreme of just trying to justify your.
put on clothes.
Yo, like that's not what you're called to do.
no,
What
no,
you're
no.
achieving nothing, but it's like we can't condemn every single thing that is around us because we think
It's
just
also
because it's
like
not.
if
I wasn't done, but it's cool.
Oh, so, no.
Nah, go,
Nah,
go.
Loki, he
Go.
was. Mo, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was wrapping it
That's
up.
crazy.
But
Yeah, wrapping
No,
up, not wrapped
what
up.
I
It's
was,
cool.
sorry. What I was thinking was like, if we leave, you know, all of that gang music,
A lot of
gangster stuff, you know, just to the people who are about that lifestyle, and us, you know, Christians don't not take part, but like listen to it as well. How are we supposed to come to them and be
Yes,
like, hey, yo,
exactly.
this isn't, you know, this
know,
isn't the life you want to
yes.
live.
Guns
type of thing.
Yeah, okay.
a trend, bro.
There's this. What's his name?
I don't know, bro.
I know, yeah.
Oh, Thistle.
Thistle,
He's a rapper.
Yeah.
Christian. But he was like full gang life. He got shot even like 2 years ago or something. Right? But like he talks to these guys like in the
Yeah.
streets that are like still drug lords and stuff like that. And it's like someone needs to reach them, man. Like someone needs to be involved in that community and stuff. And that's why like to me, that's why like I find it super dope. Like with like Lecrae, for example, right? He's involved with like your Quavos and your Meeks and your Trey Youngs and all these guys, and it's like they need that. They really need that. And he doesn't look like a sucker either. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like some preppy church kid in a button-up shirt. Like, no, I'm one of you. Like, I'm tatted up. I'm like, and he's not done that to be part of that. He is that, right? It's like, so he looks the part. He is the part. He is all this kind of stuff. And then it's like, all right, I can receive that now. Like,
that's the thing of like, because
he also looks like he could beat you up.
Bro.
Like, have you seen photos of him with NBA players?
He's tall, bro.
He's taller than them.
Yeah, he'd be their hack, man. So it's like, that's the thing. Like so many people, like Lecrae for the example, would have expected him to like to transform so much of his outward, behaviors or appearances just to be like, you need to fit this part now that we want you to play kind of thing. But it's like, it comes back to the thing. He's returning back to what he knows, but with a different mentality, man. So it's like, that's what we're called to do. Are you got something on there?
No, I was just looking at his height.
So when you mentioned,
same
height. Me and Lecrae, but you're Andy.
Why does he look like a man?
You look like, huh? Boy, I don't look like a man. This guy's rude.
How tall is he?
Whatever my height is. What's his height?
What are you?
I don't know.
Nah, you're kidding, bro. Andy Minio's 168, bro.
Bro, that's you.
What are you talking about, bro? That's my son.
That's you, bro. You Andy? I'm a Lecrae, man. All right.
Yep.
You were mentioning how disciples are useless, yeah? Or
No. I said they were.
They moved
very disappointingly.
Very disappointingly, yeah. I think because we always hear this thing of like, God's created the earth. God doesn't need us humans. We are this small freckle of dust in this massive galaxy that He's created. Like, our life is actually such a passing, fleeting thing, and all that, right?
But a vapor.
It says like our life is but a vapor, right? And it's like I know there's been periods of times where I've looked at them and like, okay, so what's the point of me? Why am I here, bro? Like, what's the point of me being in this? Like, if we're like, what? I don't know how to frame. What was my?
I think
I'm trying to
you
remember my
can't
frame of thinking.
discount the. Like, yes, okay, we are nothing compared to God, but we are made in the image of God.
Yeah,
and God saw that as very good, and He loves that, and there's clearly purpose. And like for me, I came to this realization recently where it's like, I am the Holy Spirit's chosen place of residence. That means people are very important to God. Like
definitely.
Like God wouldn't reside in what's not worthy, right? Because even when like they had to set up tabernacle and stuff and all that kind of stuff in the Old Testament,
specifics.
It was because it had to be worthy for God to be there, right? So it's like for Him to go, I will make residence in you as God the Holy Spirit. Something is worthy now in Christ. Obviously, me as dumb old me is not worthy, but with Jesus, I am.
That's what I was going. I was like, all right, so like, oh man,
hey bro, just use some words, yeah.
I'm trying to think of these words, man. Like, what makes us, that crazy, man, like, or that worth it now? Like, we have to live up to our worth, essentially, because I don't know how to phrase. Come on, help me. Someone help me here. Help me reach for these words, man. Like,
what makes us? What are you trying to say?
So obviously, we're hearing you. You always hear like, like we're nothing. Like, not in a condemning way, but it's like we, in comparison,
like our life is just a blip on
it's
radar.
even like when God flexed on Job big time in the Bible, like okay. He's like, like Job's talking about all these problems that he's going through in life, and God's like,
what do you know?
God is like, do you even know how the sky is being held up right now? Like,
bro, Job must have been like,
Job was like, yeah, that's crazy.
My friends are wrong.
But it's like, in that, like, that's the sense that we're talking about when we say like we're nothing, right? So for me, it's like, okay, so. Yeah, man, I don't even know, man. I can't even like.
You're like saying so there must be a great purpose within us.
Essentially, like
each individual,
every single like individual who now has come into the light of recognizing their purpose, though.
Yeah.
Of Jesus, you just say it. I knew he wants to say it. Yeah, like we can't, bro. I can't even articulate right now. Okay, this shows how crazy
bro, I think
it is.
the episode's over. I don't know.
This just shows you how crazy it is, though. This whole concept, though, of like like God seeing value in us. It's like, it's actually unexplainable though. It's actually unexplainable in terms of like
Very
why
unexplainable.
we have, and it's like we just have to continuously walk in that light and that knowledge. Man.
Definitely.
I can't. Like, I think I still can't.
And he
wrap my head
trusts
around
us.
it, man.
That's the other thing that's crazy to me. It's like that
Yeah.
God actually trusts us.
It's like
Like,
each
'cause
of us
when-
have. Yeah, go.
I would be cutting
Nah, it's
No,
fine.
because
off today.
you guys take a break in between.
Yeah, sorry, we like to breathe, bro. Like he trusts us. Like he's like,
Yeah.
even with Adam, it's like he makes Adam, and then he goes, "Okay, now you name the animals."
Mm.
You know, like that's
Man, it's like
good.
cockatoo. I don't know how that came to my head, bro. What are you saying, man?
that one's Toucan Sam.
Like, what the heck? Go. What you saying?
I forgot.
All right, man. Good chat.
I think it's just along the lines of like each of us have, a story. We have our own
Destiny.
story. We're going to interact with certain people that someone else isn't going to. So it's like
Ooh,
God is going
that's
to
nice.
use us to do something. Even though some people might be like, oh, if he doesn't use me, he can just use the next person. But it's like, no, he needs you to perform a certain task. And if he can't use you, maybe that task can't be done. Why don't you look at it like that?
Said I'll raise these rocks to praise me, though.
Come on.
So it's like, that as well. I was like,
What does that look like?
huh?
What does that look like?
I don't know, earthquake or something.
Ooh.
Or is it literally rocks growing mouths and going?
Eesh, I don't picture that, bro.
Probably
be.
not.
Actually, anything is possible, yeah, man. But yeah, damn. Anyways, man.
I prefer that version, to be honest.
the what
The mouth.
Imagine
mouse.
imagine a rock looked at you and went.
As you walk past.
Go to church.
Oh, imagine getting catcalled at by a rock, bro. Yo.
It'll tell you best to put on a
he
shirt.
can't whistle. He can't whistle.
What are you talking about? I can whistle, bro.
Go do it.
I can when I'm smiling, bro.
Do it.
All right. I can't. Nah, yeah, hold on. What's this? What are you doing, bro?
You can't
What
whistle.
was that?
Okay, he can.
Yeah.
whistle.
He can, he
Alright,
can.
Cool. All right, calm.
He was smiling a bit too
Oh,
hard.
yeah, you can.
All right, man.
All right, that's us, yeah.
No, that's us, man. Let's just make this impact out here, bro, and
Let's do it.
reach
All
out
right.
to these people. Everybody, stay safe once again.
Yeah, take care of each other.
Like we said, by the time this is out, some craziness might have gone down.
Yeah. Hopefully, none of us have been quarantined by then, or like been hit with
Hit with the Rona. You can't keep calling that because we're
That's
never
gonna become the
we're
new.
never
You know
gonna
how it's
take
like
it as
at the
serious.
moment they're like,
COVID.
I got that Draco,
Who says that?
Soldier Boy, and all these guys were like it's
yeah.
Draco. It's gonna become I got that Rona.
You're the only one that thinks like this.
You know
bro.
what? Should we just capitalize off it and make it track ourselves and just
It will pop off.
it
man.
will
It doesn't
pop
have
up.
to be good.
It doesn't. I'm willing to become like Rebecca Black.
Yeah, but now you, when people see your face, remember you as doing that.
Yeah, and I'm
All of the stuff
wait, hold on,
that
hold on,
no
hold
one
on,
wants
hold
to
on,
stand
hold on,
for
hold on,
and
hold on.
be, they're gonna remember
I've got
you.
aspirations to get a marketing job.
Yeah. So this is what you want to
I
use
went
this.
viral, bro. What else do you want me to do for your agency?
This guy's lost it, man. But
Alright.
yeah, man.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yo, look after yourselves and your family and
Yeah,
that.
man.
You know
Stay
what I mean? Stay safe.
do
in
that
these
social distancing thing. Fam, don't be stupid. We live
Yeah.
by faith, not by sight, but we also don't live by stupidity.
Just keep your distance from me, man. Stay safe with these roller
Oh, I got a
streets.
question. Have you
Oh,
guys
man,
kissed since
damn
this
it.
whole thing?